a lot of dances that I liked to dance to the Spanish composers, Manuel de Falla, Granados, Albéniz. And then I discovered Baroque music. And thanks to my wife, Isabel, we got married to a Bach piece, and she was a concert pianist. And I started tinkering with Bach's Toccata and Fugue in D minor, which is a famous organ piece that I saw. And I actually choreographed it and performed it, kind of scared because it was very different and nobody had ever done it, and I was actually doing something different. And I did it at the Dorothy Chandler Pavilion, big rug concert there in 1974, and people went crazy. I went through my Baroque period that also won some choreographic awards in New York. And then another piece that won a lot of accolades, and I actually got a National Endowment fellowship, choreographic fellowship to do it, was Pachelbel's Canon in D. It was very popular. I got a call from the Northwest Chamber Orchestra in Seattle, and he liked my work, and I had danced a few things with him to Bach, and he was a very open-minded classical musician. He says, I want you to choreograph it. Oh, Louis, his name was Louis Richmond. I said, Louis, what the heck am I going to do with it? It's very pretty music, da-da-da-da-da, but I can't visualize anything. Yeah, well, think about it. Okay, I'll think about it, you know. Well, about a week later, I happened to pick up The Prophet of Gibran, which I do quite a bit. I just like to read the poems. And there was a line in there under relationships, and it said, sing and dance together and be joyous, but let each one of you be alone. And it was just like a big lightning bolt. I swear, I'm not being over dramatic. I said, oh my God. Isabel! She was downstairs cooking. We lived downstairs in this old church studio I have. So she, what? I said, come here, quick. I put the music on. We choreographed this thing in about 3 hours. We came together. We did this walk around, so subtle, no footwork, no nothing. One of the most creative pieces I've ever done, doing the least. And then we separate. So, sing and dance together and be joyous, but let each one of you be alone. That's a great relationship, isn't it? I've danced in 50 states, 26 countries. Japan, Mexico, Spain, Italy, France, Belgium, Denmark, Norway, Costa Rica. I've been in Alaska in winter, 40 below. I mean, I got stories. When I get this book, you're going to love it. The one that's called Dance Touring, the Agony and Ecstasy of Countless One-Night Stands. If you don't find yourself, if you let your parents even, and society, try to talk you out of who you are. I think the greatest gift that parents could give their children is encourage them to do something creative if they really want to. Not just to say, oh, go get a real job to make lots of money. Maybe you wouldn't be happy. People are the only things in life that try to be something they're not. A cat never tries to be a dog. You talk to so many people, and if you say, I'm going to hypnotize you or not hypnotize you, I want you to tell me deep, deep down, and I'll even keep it a secret, what would you really like to be? Well, I really would like to be a soccer player, or I really would like to be a poet or something, but of course I got to make money, and I got to, well, yeah, okay, we all have to make money, we all have to pay rent, but you have a right to be who you are. And you have to have the guts to try it, at least. And somehow, I'm a firm believer that if you can develop some honest product, whether it's a visual product or a material product or a talent product, then you're going to survive. You might not get rich. I mean, look at me. I'm one of those old flamenco dancers. I have a product that nobody can take away. You can take away my stuff. You can rob me, of something, my computer or something, but you can't rob my soul. And you can't rob my talent. I've worked too hard for it. It's built into me. My talent, I earned it. I walk the walk and I talk the talk, and I never got it short circuit. I'm proud of myself that I've innovated and been able to teach people to at least get the idea that they have a right to be themselves and don't worry about looking like somebody that you will never look like. Nobody could have copied Carmen Amaya, even though many people tried. It was a lot of, as you know, she wore pants because she had the little boy's kind of, I'll say a little boy's figure. She didn't have a butt or anything. She was very thin. And there was a lot of women with culos this big that were putting on pants. They wanted to be Carmen Amaya, And yeah, you can't copy anybody. You can learn and then adapt it to yourself. I try to bring out individuality and interpretation. Those are the two top lines of getting artistry. You can have all the technique in the world, but the next step to artistry is getting past technique, getting your individuality, and knowing how to interpret the various parts of flamenco. These are inspired by the music itself. So when I did a series of these drawings over a long period of time, I would pick out someone that I really liked, their guitar and the cante. And then this is what would come out. This is Bulerías de Jerez. This is Tientos, and they're different flamenco palos or forms. This is a Hebrew word. I used to speak it, mishpucha.
What does it mean?
Means the total thing. Like when I say the dance, every once in a while I'm talking and I say, I want to see the whole mishpucha. The whole damn thing. My thought waves, different, but completely different. This is called tango lesson. I wanted to get the energy of flamenco in one of my drawings that had whatever naturally came to my brain of flamenco. And this is what came out. It's expression of like a choreography. See, I draw like a choreography. the second day of my flamenco workshop. I had 40 people watching this rehearsal. And in 2 weeks after the workshop, we were invited to a big festival in Japan. And we went through 3 numbers, and I said, let's do our alegrias, and then we'll go to dinner. And I was having the students watch this rehearsal so they'd see how professionals work. The guitarist and the singer, and me and my wife. She was dancing for about a minute, her entrance, and then she just floated to the floor, and I thought she slipped. She was dead when she hit the floor. She was never sick a day in her life. There was no pre-warning. She had a massive heart attack. The firemen came within 4 minutes. They gave her, all kinds of shots and electric. She was dead. Well, I didn't know what to do. I went to Japan. I decided to go. The Japanese were very, very nice. They knew what happened. So this one doctor that I was staying with in a private home, he decided to have a party. And the guitarist, about